Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to the beginning of kind of a large project I'm going to be taking on. Maybe get the boy to give me a hand with some aspects of it. We'll see about that, though. He's kind of busy, but it is actually more for him than for me. I'm going to get the fun of putting it together, painting it, and playing around with certain aspects of this project, and then he will get to have the real fun, which is slapping it on the table and having his players explore it and investigate it and whatever he wants to do with that. I'm bringing it up so I can give you guys some details on it. You probably saw the thumbnail. It's a Dragon's Rest 3D print cargo ship, kind of reminiscent of the Eagle one from Space 1999. It's got a little bit of the ship from Silent Running with this pattern up here, which I'll show you a little bit of. And there's not as much room to move around as I thought, but there's enough to make it kind of spooky, kind of cramped feeling, and there's various scenarios I think that he can use it for. I got it from Rollfor Initiative 3D on Etsy. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it because I got it for significantly less than it's now being sold for, which I noticed actually went up significantly since I actually purchased it. Right here I have the front window module, and one of the things I like about this is that it does come with some clear plastic windows, but I'm probably not going to put those in because they're really not that opaque, clear. They're kind of blurry. Sorry, but Rollfor Initiative. I don't know if there's anything you could have done about it, but it has these interesting clip mechanisms here, if you can see that hold everything together. And I'm going to use as few of these as possible to make it work because I don't even know how to take them out. She said I could take them out, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it right here on camera. Let's give it a little. How do you do there with my handy dandy Swiss Army knife? See if I could pull them out with any success. I saw one of them broke off in transit, and the ceiling parts of it I'm not going to be clipping or even gluing because obviously I want the top down. Yeah, no, this one's not coming out, and I ruined it, so I'm going to have to cut it out. Once the clips are in, it seems to be kind of a permanent thing, which I'm not happy about because too many clips will make it really hard to take it apart. Okay, I'm going to have to talk to... She said they come out, but I'm like, yeah, that's a load of crap. They're not coming out. I'm grinding this thing. Look at that. That's no longer a clip. That's just a mess. So I'm probably going to have to dig it out with a knife and or a Dremel. But it also comes with these really cool cargo pods with doors on either side that I figured I could actually use as scatter terrain for some Warzone kind of, scenarios where you're running around different cargo areas. And I was actually going to buy some cargo pods like this, but more of the earthly type, the ones with the big metal rectangular ones. These are sort of hexagonal, but they're still pretty good. I'm kind of bummed that you can't access them except through the sides, which is kind of not ideal, but from the looks of things you can still access them from either side and maybe just draw them out on a grid board or something like that. But all in all, I was really happy with this. There were no broken pieces except for a couple of clips that got damaged in transit. But even some of the flimsier looking pieces, these rails here, they came out fine. No breaks in them. And to see if there's any actual pictures of the interior with the instructions. She was also nice enough to print off the instructions for me, which was like a, she kind of knew if she didn't, I wasn't going to buy it, because I'm not downloading any instructions and doing anything like that, because it's just I hate using online digital instructions. I know some people like it, and I know certain countries are insisting on it, but not this cat. I don't like them. Yeah, there doesn't appear. Wait. Maybe at the very end there's a set of instructions, a top-down view. No, there isn't. There is an underside view where all the landing gear go, but no. The other thing I like about it is that with a little fiddling around, I can use it as other vehicles. Once you get tired of the main full cargo vehicle, you could shorten it considerably and turn it into another vehicle, a smaller vehicle for the most part, on a tabletop, war game or what have you situation, and just have another big piece of large scatter terrain that maybe you could run in and run out to make a shortcut instead of having to go around. What are you doing, weirdo? But I'm going to be firing up the airbrush. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about with this, is I'm going to be using the airbrush to paint it. I'm not going to take any chances with the rattle cans because summer is coming, and I don't know what that's going to be like this year. Usually it's so hot that it's not really, I mean, it's great for drying time, but it clogs up the rattle cans. And with my Iwata airbrush that's been sitting unopened for like 3 years now, I think it's time to break it out. But I also wanted your advice, some suggestions on what colors to paint it. Every time I see it, it's like red and white, and end up making it look more like a hospital ship. If that makes any sense to you. I was thinking about going red, white, blue with a little bit of gold trim, but I don't know. I think it'd look a little corny that way. What do you guys think in the way of, give you a good look at it, so you can, let me know what you think. What colors I should paint it. I kind of like the idea of painting the cargo pods, maybe different colors, but I don't want to do like 4 different colors, maybe 2 different colors, so that I can use them as different, like I said, pieces of scatter terrain, and they don't look all the same. Make the battlefield look a little too monotone. And I'm definitely going to be using a lot of gray and white and gunmetal for a lot of the engine port areas. But for like the tops and the cockpit area, that's what I can't really decide on. Maybe some red for the engine port areas. Maybe the actual cones, make them red, and chip the paint, make them look, because that's the other thing. I've seen 2 different versions of the paint job on this. One where it looks really old and beat up and grungy, and one where it was like pristine white and red, like it just came off the out of the dry dock or the factory, whatever you call it. But these engine ports, these are kind of interesting, and if I play my cards right and can pull out more of these clips, maybe there's something like there is. See, that's what the clips look like, and supposedly there's plenty of clips, but I think I have to squeeze them or something to release the tension. But I could see using these on other pieces of terrain. or trying to really reconfigure this thing in different ways to get as much bang for our buck. And if not, I will maybe, if I could almost see getting a second one, making it even larger and maybe wider as opposed to longer. But I'll have to see. And if there's anything else by Dragon's Rest, I'm going to go look them up. I didn't even think about that. To see if they've made any other models. Kind of along the lines I was looking at Old Dwarven Forge terrain this morning, reminiscing on the stuff that we used to work and play with, and they have a starship set, unpainted. Is only $1,000, and yeah, not doing that. It's too much. Too much money for something that's only going to be about this big on the table. Even the Traveler 3D print Fat Trader isn't that expensive. Mind you, it's not modular and you can't do multiple things with it. It's kind of a one and done. You get your ship and that's it. And I hope you really enjoy that particular ship because you're going to be using it a bunch. But that's what I got for you guys this morning. I'm gonna get to work on some research and maybe I'm gonna have to wait till painting tomorrow. It's already getting too cold outside to go into the garage and fiddle around with that. Plus, I need to move the car so that my airbrush station is all set up. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested, I can send you the link to Rollfor Initiative 3D, all one word. Their Etsy store. They have some other ships. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. You think I'm getting a little in over my head, or are you going to be looking forward to seeing this on the table like I am? Until then, I will see you guys in about 45 minutes for the second breakfast show. Again, thanks to everybody who's been showing up in the morning, helping me get my morning started. I know it's lunchtime for most of you guys, but I still appreciate it. And I will see you guys all in the funny papers.